Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our cast tonight of Salamene Dota. Right now, this is very big. This is our very first cast for the new update. Yeah, for the 6.82 update of Dota, the Rekindling Soul update. So lots of big changes going on right now. We're gonna see completely new metas and a lot of different things going on right now. It's new to us and maybe new to you viewers as well. We've got our guides here set up on the side, so we'll try to accommodate what changes we see. We'll try to as much as possible try to explain what's happening. But let's all try to keep up with what's going on in this new patch. So yeah, let's move on to the drafting phase. Right now, we're still seeing pretty much the same bans. Doom and Razor being banned out. Pretty much the same as the last patch.
But you have to take note. Doom was actually nerfed in the previous patch, in the current patch. You know the way that Doom works. His ultimate works is that whenever you cast it, even if you don't have the Aghanims, it disables the passives. But
Yeah.
now you need to get the Aghanims before you can actually disable the passive. Which means things like Huskar's passive would still work even if he's doomed. Phantom Assassin's evasion would still work, and so on. So he really got nerfed.
Oh no, but I don't think he's nerfed against Huskar and Anti-Mage.
Oh,
Because
I see.
they changed the damage type of Doom to pure.
Oh, okay, that's big.
So the pure damage means that it doesn't get any magic reduction from things like Huskar's passive, Berserker's Blood, and it also doesn't get reduced by Anti-Mage's shield.
Yep.
Even if they don't have, even if they have those passives up, Doom doesn't really need to disable those passives anymore because it's pure damage. So that
True.
might actually be a buff in some cases.
It is actually when you think about it.
But yeah, right now, somehow Silencer managed to get into the first round of the banned out by Divinus, and Folie banned out Death Prophet. Okay, I think Death Prophet was nerfed a bit. Yeah, not a direct nerf, right? It was an indirect nerf in the form of the towers being.
No. She got what Death Prophet, right? She got a single direct nerf. I think they increased the cooldown of Exorcism by 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. So 10 seconds. Not really a major nerf to her, but I think what nerfs the pushing lineup more is that the fortification renews every time a tier 1 tower is destroyed. So it's a free refresh. So you can't really take down 2 tier 1 towers simultaneously without getting a response from the opposing team. And also the tower kill gold is reduced for all towers, I think. Or is it just for the tier 1s?
Gold tower reduce actually for all the towers.
For all the towers, yeah.
They really reduced the bounty.
Yeah, so
Like, severe.
going for a tower-centric lineup, for a tower push-centric lineup right now, may have been reduced in viability. But still, I think it's the map control really that's kind of the bigger factor, more than the gold. The gold helps, but I think more important in that kind of lineup is that you secure yourself map control. So should still be okay. As you can see here, Folie, a Cinq. Yeah. Folie of 5.
Oh, that's what. Oh, I was wondering what it meant. Thank you so much for educating me.
Actually, it's
Coach.
Cinq. If it's French, it's Cinq.
Oh.
Folie a Cinq. Anyway, Shadow Shaman Jakiro, yeah, pushing hero still. So, this is just the early stages of the meta, but right now, from what we're seeing, still not going too much against the old. So, Faces Void, Witch Stalker, yeah, not really too different from what we've seen in the last patch. Faces Void is still worthy of being first pick, I think. Even with the nerfs, I think they nerfed the Chronosphere a bit. And the movement of Time Walk, I think they either fixed it or nerfed it. But yeah, either way, Faceless Void was nerfed, but still worthy of the first pick. The reliability of Chronosphere still is there. So that's probably the most important factor that Faceless Void has. So second round of bans, we got Lycan, and Naga Siren. Yeah, they really don't want to give any more pushing ability to Folie Cinq. Those heroes are renowned for being able to split push and take towers solo. And Naga Siren especially can just really get to a really terrifying late game. And Folie, Cinq, they ban out the two big supports in this patch. In the previous patch, rather. It was Skywrath Mage and Tide Hunter. Now, we'll have to see if the meta retains, if Skywrath Mage and Tide Hunter are still going to be useful in the following patch, in this current patch. But for now, yeah, they're banned. I don't think... was there any nerfs to Tide Hunter?
Yeah. The Anchor Smash was actually reduced by...
To scaling. It's scaling
Yeah,
now,
the
right?
scaling was changed.
45 to 60%?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not 60% all the time.
Yeah, so but 45%...
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, actually. It actually removes his capability to
Ancients.
go for the Ancients early.
Immediately, yeah. But in terms of laning, I think he's still an okay offlaner in that regard. And Skywrath Mage,
Yep.
I think they extended the duration of his ult.
Mystic Flare.
Yeah, the Mystic Flare. So it takes more time to get that damage burst going on. So those are changes to those heroes. And the second round of picks, Folie, Cinq, pick up Wraith King. Was there a change to Wraith King in the recent patch?
I think he was one of the heroes who was untouched, along with Naga Siren. I'm not sure. Let me check. Okay, just continue with the cast. Oh, yeah, the Incarnation mana cost increased by 20.
160, right? So it's 160 now
Yeah.
from 140, yeah. I remember now. So Wraith King, yeah, a slight increase in the mana cost of Reincarnation. I think this prevents him from being able to Wraith Fire Blast twice and then reincarnate at level 6 or 7.
Yep.
But yeah.
You have to actually when you're around level 6, you can do one Wraith Fire Blast and then you need to leave the remaining mana for reincarnation.
Yeah, but Wraith King will typically carry a magic stick anyway, right?
So hopefully.
if
we haven't, believe it or not, we haven't seen a Wraith from what I recall. Whenever they go for a Wraith King pickup, they don't really get the magic stick.
Oh, that's
They go for
interesting.
They go for the arcane boots on the allies. Yeah.
That's okay, but I think if you're a Wraith King and you're an early game ganker kind of Wraith King, it's better if you have the magic stick because you're gonna be dependent on that mana to cast the Wraith Fire Blast on your intended targets. If you're just laning, it's okay because you're just laning, farming creeps. But if you're dependent on going in and casting a Hellfire Blast, and then you're gonna be dependent on your reincarnation, then it's probably a good idea for you to keep a mana reserve in the form of the magic stick. So let's see the picks following the Wraith King. Nature's Prophet, still formidable. I think. Was there a reduction here somewhere? Was
Invoker,
there?
yeah.
Nature's
If
Prophet?
you're talking about Invoker, Nature's Prophet, I can't recall. You have to check.
The Invoker change, I can say it was the Tornado Vision that was reduced.
Oh yeah, Nature's Prophet Trents doesn't have any magic resistance anymore.
Oh, they have no more magic resistance. So gonna be much easier to control with AoE burst, yeah, because 550 damage hit points is actually quite tanky, and if they have magic resistance, then it kind of takes like more than 2 spells to take them down. But without magic resistance, yeah, you can just combo 2 AoE skills like Shadow Shaman's Ether Shock and then the Dual Breath, and then they're gone. But the Invoker, yeah, I think that's a very important change. The Tornado nerf, the Vision, because that's really useful in initiating, and not only initiating and finding things that have tried to juke in the trees. So yeah, in terms of counter initiation, it's still going to be the same because you're casting it in the same path. But when you're trying to look for something, a bit of a nerf there. So let's see if that factors into the play later in the game. But DL pick up the Trent Protector. Yeah, they see the split push kind of lineup going in for Folie, Cinq. So Trent Protector still good in protecting towers. Yeah, the Tower Protector they should call Trent. So yeah, any interesting changes to Trent Protector?
Trent Protector, yeah. When you get the Aghanims, you get another skill. You remember his ability before? The Eyes of the Forest.
The Eyes of the Forest, they're back. You know, they removed that from Trent Protector like 5 years ago because it's so imba. But right now they made him. They gave him that as an Aghanims upgrade. So
Upgrade.
let's see how that factors in. You know, a free ward, a free permanent ward. Is it permanent?
No, you can take down the trees.
No, is it permanent unless does it have a time
Yeah.
duration?
I don't think it has.
So yeah, as a permanent-ish kind of structure that gives you vision, you know, that's really big. But the last picks of the game are gonna be Bristleback and then a Viper. So you got offlaners going on for you if the Nature's Prophet doesn't go offlane. So let's see where this game heads to. Nothing really in terms of the new heroes, but yeah, interesting changes gonna be seen on both sides. So
just a follow up on the Trend Protector upgrade. You know, it's a very very big change because when you think about it, when you look at the patch, the Eyes of the Forest actually now it's similar to what it did in Dota 1 before, but now it actually adds damage to the overgrowth. If you cast OG nearby an Eyes of the Forest in an enchanted tree, OG gets damage. You know, receives damage. So that's big. Yeah. So well, going to introductions here, we have for tonight. Really, there are actually two oldies, like really really old. Before we even formalized everything, we have been playing with these teams since July 28th. Remember that date, guys. That's when everything started. So we have here on the Radiant team, we have Folie Cinq. So I'm just gonna call him FC because I'm not really good with French. They used to be called Ace Holes, but they realized the folly of their name, so they changed it to FC. And on the other side, we have Divinus Ludius, one of the other old teams in the series. Okay, so we have Grazer playing as the Invoker, Lacerta playing as a Wraith King, Never Gonna Give You Up playing as Bristleback, Zilith playing as a Shadow Shaman, and Fanjalan playing as Jakiro. Meanwhile, for Divinus Studios, we have Virus playing as the nerfed Faceless Void, Lover of the Light playing as Nature's Prophet. Oh, I think we have a bug here on the Viper, but yeah, Space or whatever his name is playing at Viper, Helia playing as Witch Doctor, and Woohoo playing as a Trend Protector. So we have to take note, guys, that the bug here and the names, I think it has something to do with depending on the characters of the name. Anyway, moving into the laning phase analysis would be Coach, and I'll be pitching in from time to time. You know, just if whenever Coach has a question regarding the patch, I will be here to follow up for him. All right.
All right. So let's take a look at the laning right now. Faceless Void isn't really going in an offlane position. I'm not sure if there was a nerf in his base attack. I think there was. I'm not too sure though, but that might have been something I kind of vaguely recall happening.
Are you talking about Faceless Void?
Faceless Void's attack damage,
No.
base damage?
Nope.
No?
It was left alone, yeah.
Okay, so Faceless Void still has that ridiculously high base attack damage, but right now they're gonna they're not gonna get the Bristleback in any case, but a bit of an harassment there. So the Bristleback typically, yeah, going solo off lane, but this is odd because Bristleback went for the 3 branches, gonna build that obviously into a magic stick, magic wand, probably. Has 8 tangos, but went for a ring of protection, gonna build that into a ring of Bacillus later on, but skip the stout shield. Now the stout shield is really the item of choice if you're going to go off lane, or if you're gonna expect harass. You really need that stout shield because you know reducing those incoming auto attacks by 20 is just so much actually. You can block as much as 100 or 200 damage if you're getting attacked on by 3 heroes, and you know that's something that you shouldn't take lightly. But either way, in terms of last hits, yeah, Bristleback is doing okay. Has 4 right now, but the Faceless Void, yeah, he has 9. A bit of guaranteed farm there, more than the Wraith King. Apparently, I think the Wraith King is going to be their carry because he's in the safe lane, tri lane for Team FC. They're doing a bit of harass here on the Nature's Prophet.
Hang on, at top lane we might actually see an engagement here. Hell yeah, and Woohoo are positioning themselves to attack this Bristleback, but well, they don't really have enough disables on them. So I think they are gonna disengage. I think they would have to wait for the Bristleback to cross this particular line here, near the backside of the secret shop, you know, to engage. But I think we might see a rotation here. The smoke of the seed is still up on cooldown, and then hell yeah, is standing nearby a haste rune. Of course, the Invoker can see this because there's a ward, but I don't know what they're planning to do. So haste rune is getting picked up. We have the poison attack on the Viper. Crazer is now positioning a little bit of misclick there from the Witch Doctor. He actually walked at the lower side of the ramp and then decided to go upstream. So, well, there goes the haste rune. A little bit wasted there, but yeah, can't do anything much. Can't do much about that anyway. Okay, going back to you, Coach.
Yeah, so there was a bounty rune at the bottom, right? And then I
Yep.
guess it was picked up by the Nature's Prophet because the Nature's Prophet is now at level 4. So not much zoning there. But in terms of farm, yeah, Bristleback actually has more last hits 6 than the Nature's Prophet, even if the Nature's Prophet is ranged. Perhaps it's due to the tankiness of the Bristleback and the fact that he has Cool Spray to abuse. He has Boots right now, but still no Stout Shield, still no Basilisk. Here at the bottom lane, we see Wraith King. 11 last hits, kind of decent. Still below the Viper, actually. The Viper has 17, so he's dominating mid over the Invoker. Invoker only has 9, around half of that. But he's gonna get the Bounty Rune, so that might compensate for a bit. But yeah, Viper really, really dominant in the lane. You know, you can't really go against Viper in the lane, even if you're an Invoker, unless you're an Exhort Invoker, because the Nether Toxin just deals so much damage to creeps. Practically guarantees last hits and denies. It also affects allied creeps. So
Okay, hang on. At the Radiant Jungle, Shadow Shaman is gonna get picked off there. Paralyzing cast, getting thrown, bouncing off the Newts and the Shadow Shaman. Zilith is in a very bad position. Nature's Prophet is now TPing in, getting shackled though, and the Wraith King is there to throw in the Wraithfire Blast with auto attacks coming from Helya. Helya buffing the Nature's Prophet with that Voodoo Restoration and getting the first blood there at the 44-minute and 53-second mark. And the fight isn't finished yet. Lover Delight just keep throwing the auto attacks on the Lacerta. Wraith King might actually get the kill here, and he does. It's now getting chased down by Woohoo and Helya, and the Ice Path catching 2 heroes there. Going to buy Lacerta some more time. He's getting blocked by the creeps a lot, and the auto attacks coming in. Wonderful play there from the the Nature's Prophet, keeping himself felt, his presence felt during that team fight. Now it's not yet over. Shackles are up, and Woohoo gets caught. Crazer throws in the tornado, quite a little bit unnecessary there, but yeah, he does get the kill. So it's a 2-for-2 in favor of Divinus Ludius because they were the ones who were able to get the first blood.
yeah, so
And yeah, okay, a little bit, Coach. I don't know.
oh, there's
I
a
don't think
recap.
you noticed.
Let's check the fight recap. Whoa.
Okay.
So in that fight,
Amazing.
yeah, there's a 410 gold advantage for FC actually.
What? Okay.
Yeah, and then negative 89.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is odd. I'm trying to get used to this, but yeah, the recap says that the gold was positive in favor of FC.
Yeah, because I know what happened here. So what happened is that I don't know how this works, but the recap actually stopped. It didn't show up after the first blood. So what they were able to just recap here was the one where the Trend Protector died.
Okay, so I think it counts it based on the number of heroes present, maybe?
You know, what I think has happened here, what I think is the feasible thing that's happening, is that whenever somebody dies, they start a counter. Okay, so after this death, like 20 seconds later, if nothing happens, this will be the recap. You know, and since after the first blood, a little bit of chasing around happened before Crazer walked in. That's the only time frame that the recap considered. So I guess that's how I notice it works. I've been playing like some games and watching some games as well, spectating the games with my friends, and that's how it works. It misses a little. It's not that perfect yet, but it's useful. You know.
I'm not sure if it's time because it only took a short amount of time from the who was the first one that died? Shadow Shaman?
Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman dying, and then the Wraith King almost instantly got a kill on the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
And then the Wraith King got killed after that. And then the Shadow Shaman came back, and then they killed the...
Okay. Yeah, so hang on. Another team fight coming in. Oh, well, let's count it. Okay, so we're counting now how the recap will work. So I think the recap will cover those 2 kills. So let's wait for it. So let's wait maybe 10 seconds. It'll show up. So supposedly it should be able to consider the 2 kills.
That was 7 seconds.
Yes, that was 7 seconds. So yeah, but well, I actually I took screenshots of some of the team fights, and I'm looking at them now. And well, what I noticed was that after the first blood, it took them like a good 10 seconds or more before the Wraith King was able to take the second.
Yeah, so it has to
Yeah,
be less than 7 seconds. Is it? Is that the
more or
threshold?
less.
That's pretty
Mm,
short.
yeah, pretty short. Well, let's observe further. Well, this patch is really like, it's weird. It's a weird patch. Anyway, Bounty. Going back, Coach. Can you would you like to take the stage? I mean, we're starting with rotations now. We're starting with rotations. We're resuming with the rotations here. So yeah, Coach, take it away.
All right, so right now we see a massive farm advantage actually for DL on the Viper with 44 last hits, and then the Faces Void also with a massive 47 last hits. The next best farmer for Team FC right now is their Bristleback, but only at 32, and only him actually. The Invoker is almost half the last hits of the Viper, but right now in the bottom lane
Okay.
they might be looking to engage.
At the middle lane, yeah, EMP getting thrown down here, but everybody just disengages because what happened with DL the moment they saw the EMP getting thrown down, they, of course, that's an initial reaction to when you never see an EMP, you have to walk away. You have to conserve that mana. So now Panjalan catching the Viper with that Ice Path, but he gets stricken with the Venom there from the Viper, and he will be auto attacked down by Viper, and well, there goes a double kill. So wonderful play there. And yeah, so a little bit of misplay. Wonderful, what do you call this? Reaction from DL. They knew that the moment that Invoker disengaged, they could, and then the moment they saw the supports walking the other way than the middle lane, they knew that they could pick them off.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to point out here
Mm-hmm.
is that if you look at the fight recap, now there's a negative gold difference.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So does that
Yep,
mean
yep.
that if we take a look at the net worth, it also starts to reflect the death? Because before the net worth didn't factor in the death, right? It just factors the total farm of the heroes, but not
Yep.
the gold lost, not the gold lost from deaths. So now that you see a negative gold change, I wonder if that's going to affect the gold graphs.
Mm-hmm.
Now the
Yeah,
Nature's
yeah.
Prophet here, moving into
Nature's
the
Prophet.
hero.
Yeah, teleports into Panjalan. Panjalan has TP there. Tornado, counter initiate coming in from Crazer there, catching the Witch Doctor off guard, but the mechanism is already up on the Viper, and they're now going for Crazer. Wraith King coming in to stun somebody. I didn't catch who, but now Lacerda is just running away. Yeah, he still has a reincarnation though, but I guess he wants to save it for a better time. So nobody dies during that team fight. Invoker is sitting at what, around 50 HP, and now he's getting killed with Quas orbs. So yeah, a lot of team fights, but nobody dies. Oh, well, that's sad. So basically, the trigger for the fight recap is the death, because that was a team fight right there. I mean, it would be nice if we had a recap, but they didn't show up.
Yeah, it's a death, and then it triggers like 7 seconds after the last death.
More or less.
So I think it's 7 seconds after a death if 2 or more deaths happen.
Yep.
So
No, after the first death, I guess,
uh,
or not.
if no, it counts a death every 7 seconds.
Okay.
If no one dies within 7 seconds after the first, then there's no team fight. If no one dies after 7 seconds after the second kill or more, then the team fight is over. So
Okay.
it has kind of a small window. It should be around maybe 12 seconds, I would say. But this is just the first iteration of this feature, so we might see it get tweaked in later patches. But either way, yeah, this is interesting. Now, 12 minutes into the match, we've talked about so many things, but we haven't taken an opportunity to look at the old. Let's take a look at the XP earned. Yeah, 1,500 in favor of DL, but the gold, 5,000 in favor of DL. Now, I would like to note that previously, if you would see a 1,500 EXP advantage, that would mean that you would also have around the same amount of golden advantage.
Oh,
But right on top.
hang on. At the top lane now, we actually see Bristleback getting what do you call this, raped. They say that by the Death Ward, and he actually falls. But they had to use a Chronosphere there. They actually needed a lot of heroes to pull that off. Nature's Prophet goes in, finds a Shadow Shaman kill, and successfully evades an Ice Path. Now he can sprout himself in a protected manner and just TP out. Krazer is going for the auto attacks, gets the Witch Doctor. Viper coming in, catches Krazer there. Virus goes, what do you call this? Time walks in, catches Krazer, slows him down. Poison attacks is doing a ton of damage on him. Panjalan has to walk away. Lacerta is going to die. He doesn't have any mana for Incarnation, but he didn't have charges. He had charges in Mark 1. Yeah, I think that would have been enough to pop his Reincarnation.
That was enough.
Oh crap! Because 4 times 15, that's what, 60, and he had already had like 100 mana during that time, 114 to be exact. And so we're waiting for the team fight recap. It's not showing up.
It's showing on my side now. It's 516 deficit for FC and 743 for DL. Now, if we take a look at the graph, it should reflect a 1,250 gold swing, and yes, it does. Around that much, maybe a bit more. Previously, yeah, if you saw the team fight happen and then the gold earned for DL was just around 800 from 3 kills, then the net worth would only change around that much, I think. Yeah, only around 800 worth. But I think it reflects much more now because it counts the difference made from deaths. So we'll
a little
have
bit more
actually, I should take a look at the net worth and see if this goes down, because the value of the net worth, the hero net worth bars on the side, yeah, it used to be that these weren't affected by deaths. They weren't subtracted from. But yeah, I've switched to net worth view right now for the heroes, and if let's see if a team fight happens and someone dies. Let's see if the net worth reflects the gold lost from death.
Okay, so for the they did actually update the net worth graph, and basically they are now previously they didn't count how the cost of consumable items, but now it does. So I don't know if maybe what we're seeing on the graph, like in the previous fights, were TP scrolls and salves and smoke of the seats, because they are now counted.
Oh, so but the net worth does count consumables. So now, yeah, now it counts
In this
deductions.
patch, yeah. Oh,
So it knows how to deduct now. Aside from deducting gold from kills, it will also deduct gold for consumables. Yeah, so that's pretty nifty.
Yep. And now at the top lane, we see Witch Doctor and the Chronosphere pulling off the old Chronosphere Death Ward combination. Never gonna give you up. They don't have any disables on them, and the Bristleback could be able to TP out to safety. And now we're looking at 310. And you know what? The next thing that I'm expecting or waiting for in this match to happen is see how the comeback gold would work for FC, because it's already like we're already looking at 310 in favor of DL at 7 scores, and you know the biggest change in this patch is the comeback gold. So I don't know how they will be able to how big it will be of an effect it will give. Now we see an engagement here, an initiate coming in from Invoker, throwing in the EMP and a tornado, but he didn't have any teammates there because everybody else were trying to push the bottom lane. Wraith King is now sitting at 1,600 gold. I think it's just farming for a Blink Dagger. So I don't know if they would want to engage here at the top. And now TPs are coming in. We have 4 heroes ready here, with exclusion of somebody is not here.
Nature's Prophet is at the bottom lane.
No, on the Radiant side.
Everyone's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everyone's there. Oh, sorry, it was a Shadow. Okay. Shadow Shaman TP last. Ice Path coming in from Panjalan. They actually catch the Viper here, and now getting body block, getting snot to the pond, and well, the mechanism was popped, and he will be able to survive that. That's one top. Virus goes out via time off, and the EMP actually catches nobody. The OG saving his teammates, and the entire Dire team there, of the trouble of dying to that wonderful initiate from the Jackrail. So. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but FC's having a hard time getting those kills into team fights. Is it like, do they lack the burst, or do they lack, I don't know what they're lacking.
Yeah, I think it's the burst, because generally they've been trying to go against the Viper, but the Witch Doctor
Just counter initiate. Yeah, EMP coming in. from Grazer, right there, catching actually what no heroes, because everybody was up on the tornado, bad timing right there. The Viper was able to take a double kill while everybody was chasing down the Shadow Shaman. Now Virus doesn't have any mana, but he's just auto-attacking everybody here with his Mask of Madness. Bristleback doesn't have any mana as well, and now the Wraith King will die, pops the Magic Wand for the Reincarnation charge, and now it's slowing everybody down. And now, well, he doesn't have any teammates there, so Reincarnation or not, he will die. So that's a bad team. That's a bad engagement for FC.
Yeah, so if we take a look at the net worth right now, it should be over 10,000. Just around 10,000 difference in net worth, yeah. So,
it is.
So it's pretty odd looking at this, that it's just a 10 kill advantage, but it's already 10,000. So does that translate to a 1,000 gold per hero advantage? No, it shouldn't. But yeah, if you do factor in the gold loss from deaths, I think it really does start to show right now. I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of feel that the net worth graph is different right now, because if we take a look at the net worth, look at that. Top 3 net worth are for DL. Yeah, the Nature's Prophet, Viper, and the Faceless Void. Normally it wouldn't be a question that this is happening, but over 3,000 gold, then the top. How many last hits is that? Yeah, 30 last hits. Over, so 30 last hits. That's only around 1,500 gold maybe accounted for. But yeah, I think I still feel that there's a difference. I'm not too quantitative about this. I don't know, but okay, someone died. The Wraith King died again.
Yeah, the Wraith King died. It's around 1,200 gold, coach.
Did you see if the Wraith King lost gold?
No, I was able to check because we are just looking. I'm now waiting for the next engagement because Invoker actually went in, threw in a Tornado EMP combo, but failed to actually kill somebody, catch somebody out of position. Now Panjalan catches 2 heroes. The Ice Path are actually have been very good. It's just that even if they catch somebody, they don't have any, FC doesn't have any, any means to pick off whoever got caught in the Ice Path.
Yeah. So again, you were asking me why it was FC that appeared to be losing in these team fights. I think it's mostly because they do lack burst damage. The Bristleback deals a lot of damage with the quill spray, but not within 3 seconds, not within 5 seconds. It takes time to stack those quills. And Jakiro, if you look at the Jakiro, has no macro pyre, only 1 level in dual breath. Actually went for liquid fire, probably in an attempt to push towers. They did push the bottom tower, so that might have been useful. But in team fights, the dual breath would have been far more useful with the slow and the damage. And the only reliable AoE damage that they have is actually the Ether Shock of the Shadow Shaman, supposedly, and it's only level 1. Level 1 Ether Shock.
Oh crap!
And the Invoker doesn't have Exhort.
Oh my god!
Exhort. Yeah, so team fight abilities, theoretically they would have them, but no one built for team fight skills. No one. Jakiro only has level 1 dual breath. Jakiro only has level 1 Ether Shock, and Invoker has no levels in Exhort. So there's really not gonna be any damage when it comes to the team fights.
Yeah, and now we might see actually the engagement here. 5 heroes are now converging to fight against 3 here in the Radiant jungle. It's Viper, Witch Doctor, and the Temp Protector who has Envy. Is actually in position to throw in an Overgrowth. Yeah, wonderful play there, but hell yeah, getting picked up by the Bristleback. And now Invoker actually falls to the Viper. It's now 2v4 situation at the middle lane. Viper takes 2 kills there. Is now sitting at a godlike position. The comeback will be really great. Nature's Prophet auto-attacking Panchalan. It's now down to 2 heroes. FC is, and now Bristleback is chasing down the Viper, but they get caught by the Sprout. Wonderful play there. Lacerda doesn't have the Incarnation yet. If he gets killed in the next 15 seconds, he will die without any reincarnation. It will be really sad. And there you go, godlike streak there on Viper. Wonderful Sprout coming in from Lover Delight once again, and the Bristleback is getting body blocked by the Trent, and well, it's going to be a complete team wipe there. It was a wonderful play because the whole time Faceless Void wasn't even there. He wasn't even present.
Yeah, so right now I'd like to officially confirm, yes, the net worth does get reduced when you die.
Woohoo! That's wonderful.
I was observing the net worth. Yeah, the net worth did go down for the heroes that died.
Wow. Okay. Confirmed. Actually, that's very good because it's now accurate. We're looking at accurate numbers.
Yeah, so accurate numbers. I think it will get reduced now for consumables and maybe even for buyback gold deductions. So if we look at net worth, it is probably right now a better reflection on how far they've progressed in terms of items, in terms of what items they actually have to be that they can actually use, and not just consumables like dusts and wards, but actually how much items they actually put that increase the usability of their heroes, like boots or damage items or whatever. So yeah, gonna be more accurate. Right now, we're sitting at maybe 17,000 gold advantage for DL, and EXP earned 14,000. So this is just really a massive downslope. But yeah, because of the comeback mechanics recently introduced, the Roshan was fallen. I wish I could have seen that because the Roshan is different.
I was actually watching it, but it was pretty uncontested, so I just let it pass, and let you finish with your analysis. It was a pretty passive Roshan type actually. No, not. I was observing the Radiant team. They weren't even trying to defend it, and to think that there was a ward there that could actually see DL as they walked into the Rosh pit, because it wasn't a smoke rush. So yeah, it was a pretty. I think the FC right now is deciding to play it defensively, and just hoping that the comeback mechanic will work for them.
Yeah, so to those who are a bit unfamiliar on the recent changes, the comeback mechanic is that now, whenever you kill a hero with a streak, the gold is, I think, exponentially multiplied, something like that.
No, it's constant, but the rewards are greater.
Yeah, it scales much bigger.
Yep.
Than previously. So, in other matches, I think gold swings as much as 5,000.
Yes.
Have been observed on a single hero kill. So, if they manage to kill the Viper, actually it might be worth in the thousands to take this Viper down. Also, a few thousands worth in assists for those who are assisting in taking down the Viper. So, might be big. Let's see where this leads to. Because, FC still has the potential to turn this game around. They still haven't lost a tier 3 or a Rax yet. So, there's always hope. Especially with the new mechanics.
Oh,
right now,
hang on. Viper actually has the Blink target, goes in for Zenith there. EM picking in Tornado combo into an Ice Path. They have the Macro Fire, yes, getting casted now. Virus goes in for the Clover Spear, catches 4 heroes. Wonderful, and Viper has his ultimate cooldown now. He will actually fall. And actually, can you check? Because Raking just got the Godlike streak. He's now sitting at 2,000 gold. What? Okay, so I was expecting more for him during that last team fight. Lumber D-Light goes in for the blink, finishes the bristleback of all heroes alone there near the tower. So it's going to be a team wipe, and they will be definitely going here for a push at the bottom lane. And by the way, Coach, I don't know how, but the Wraith team didn't get that much gold.
Wraith King got 1,431 gold, apparently.
Yeah, but should we have more gold there for the streak, for the combat?
I think it's also dependent on the time.
Oh, okay.
So because it's still 26 minutes in, it's actually not much as if it were a 50-minute godlike spree. So yeah, I think that's how it works.
Okay. Now we see the third, what they call this, the bottom racks going down in favor of TL, and TL is just doing a wonderful job. A wonderful job just taking care of the lanes. They actually took down like 2 towers in 5 minutes. That's how big the fish is. You're still there?
Alright, so wait, I'm trying to look at what's happening here. The new layout of the Ancients and the Roshan is still quite confusing to me, but yeah, let's take a look at the EXP and net worth. The net worth is actually worth more than the EXP right now. The EXP is 20,000 while the net worth is around 25. It's kind of common in these kinds of games, a landslide kind of game, that the EXP is usually more than the net worth. But yeah, I think since you're taking into account gold from lost from deaths, the net worth is actually worth more now. But something's happening in mid. The Viper jumped in.
Okay. Yeah, well, wonderful build there with the Blade Dagger. And now Virus actually goes in for the ultimate, catches what? One hero, but wow, Shadow Shaman actually walked back to the Chronosphere saying that, hey, this boy, you only caught one, why not make it two? So he walked in into a Death Ward trap, and the Shadow Shaman actually had to use a Serpent Wards there, so they wasted like max Serpent Wards during that team fight that could have been used to defend the tower. So now it's going to be definitely going to be a middle lane push up to the Brax. And I have to say, it looks like this is a game that this game will be going to DL.
Yeah, after this second lane of racks, FC might want to call it a game already, and they might have a better chance at the next game. But right now, yeah, it's kind of unforeseeable that FC would still want to fight this one out.
Yeah, but we see Viper going in with a Viper strike. Jacker actually falling down. EMP getting casted there just defensively, but will it make a difference? You see Naked Prophet. Wait, he's actually still alive. The OG from the Threat Protector actually saving him there, and he'll just walk away and blink away to safety. And the only Wraith King is available to defend their base. So, oh yeah, another note. One good thing for this patch is that the Fountain now is on the high ground, so that would prevent Fountain farming, I guess. Anyway, Wraith King is not even deciding to defend their base. They actually decides to die here at the top lane, just trying his best to kill the tower, and a little bit of misclick there, auto-attacking the direct tips that he will fall to auto-attacks. GG call coming in from Team Crazer, and well, the game will be ending here. Okay, so the first game goes to DL. Wonderful play there, very convincing, and they didn't even we didn't even see any sort of comeback chance or opportunity for FC. It was just completely FC was completely thrown off guard during that last fight.
Yeah, so it was complete domination for Team DL over FC. But let's see where the next game takes us. It's only the first game of the best of 3 series, so we still have 1, maybe 2 games ahead of us. So yeah, let's see if FC can stage a comeback in the next game. We'll be taking a short break, but we'll see you guys in game 2.